let's say for this effect, the spectator can go ahead and give the deck a little mix just like this. Once the spectator is done mixing up the deck, they can hand the deck back to me, and I would ask the spectator to go ahead and take out any card they would like. Now, before I look at the card, I'm going to turn around for the rest of the trick now. So here is your card. Go ahead and remember that for me. So once the spectator has remembered their card, they can place it face down somewhere because I would be turned around. I could even be in another room just so I couldn't see anything. But now I would explain to the spectator, take the rest of the deck and cut it right in half. So square up the cards and then cut the deck in half and turn that half face up. So the pile you cut off from the top, turn that face up. Now take your card you just remembered and turn that face up on top of the face up half, the bigger face up half. I'm going to turn my head again just because I don't want to see this. And then I would have them go ahead and riffle shuffle both halves. Let's say they riffle shuffle both halves, and then they can give them a cut just to be good. So after they done that, I would turn back around, come out of the room, it doesn't matter, and the spectator could cut the deck as many times as they would like. So let's go ahead and put that card back in. Okay, so once the spectator is done cutting the deck, I would take it back and explain to the spectator, I'm going to see if I can actually find your card. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take out all of the face down cards, just because I don't believe you have a face down card. So we can go through here, and let's say we just take out all of the face down. Perfect. So now with the rest of the deck, I could spread this out and I could have the spectator even think of their card for me. I'm going to see if I can actually pick up on maybe some vibes to see what their card is, or some sort of, I don't know, mental thing. Maybe their breathing changes when they come across black cards. I don't know. I'm going to see what I can pick up on. But I can tell you just right off the bat that you didn't choose a black card. So I'm going to get rid of all the blacks just to make this a little, actually, something happen. I think your breathing changed. So I'm going to take out all of the red cards. So maybe you could try to have a poker face for me. Okay, so we took out all the red cards, and we have the blacks left. So I can tell you right off the bat that you didn't have any of the face cards or the aces. So we'll get rid of these. So jacks, queens, kings, and aces. And let's see here. I don't think you had a spade any. Meaning we have 3 cards left. So I'm going to give these a little mix up. And what I'm going to have you do is go ahead and touch any 2 cards for me. These 2, we'll get rid of them. Now keep in mind, the deck was shuffled. You could have had any card. You mix it into the deck, and then we got rid of a bunch of cards except one. For the first time ever, name your card out loud. Let's say they do that right now. And I hope this is your card, but the 9 of clubs. So yes, that is the trick for today. I hope that was your selection. And if you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. So, before we get into this effect, a few things I want to go over. Number 1, the deck I'm using are the Avery cards. Now these I actually have for a 2-pack. Okay, so these are both colors I have. Now, I think there are different colors out in the world, but these are the only two I could actually find. So I think I actually have a review on these. So if I can find the review, I will leave it down below. And another thing is, let's get into where I saw this trick from. So the first time I saw this trick was on Robert Bald Magician's channel. Now I can't remember if he actually taught the trick. I don't remember what video it was, but I will leave Robert's channel down below so you can subscribe to him. But recently I saw this effect off of Card Mechanics channel, so I will leave his video down below and his channel as well. So 2 shoutouts in this video, and that's really everything. Okay, so let's get into how this is done. So the first thing you're going to need is a deck of cards. Now you don't need a full deck, which is really nice for this effect actually. So you can hand the deck over to the spectator and they can give it a shuffle. And the first thing you're going to need to know is a key card, okay? So essentially you're going to need to know what the top card of the deck is. Now I'm going to show you a few ways to actually get a key card, but a really simple way you can actually get a key card is if you happen to have a marked deck of cards. Now in this case I have the Rise V2s, and these are actually marked. Now I'm not going to go over the marking system. I'm not going to teach it anyway, but I will leave the review of this deck down in the description if you would like to check it out. But that's one way you could get a peek at the top card, just by a marked deck. Another way you could get a key card is the spectator can shuffle the deck, you can take it back, then you can say, okay, I'm going to give the deck a little shuffle as well. And make sure before you turn the deck, the bottom of the deck face up, you turn your body, because you don't want the spectator to see this card and actually remember it. So I might take the deck face down, turn my body, and then turn the deck right over like a book almost. So I can remember the 3 of spades, and then I'm going to overhand shuffle this card to the top. So I can peel off one card, I can shuffle these, and then I could shuffle even more but keep this card on top. So a good way to do that is apply pressure with your 4 fingers on the top card and make sure your thumb is on the back here. It doesn't matter if it's on the 2 cards or a little chunk of cards because the spectator is never going to see this card anyway. But you can shuffle and you can keep this card right on top the entire time. So now we have the 3 of spades. And I think one more way, actually there's 2 more ways you could do this. You could do a riffle shuffle. Now I'm going to leave everything I talk about down below in the description. So the overhand shuffle and the riffle shuffle, which you're going to need to know for this trick anyway. So if your spectator doesn't know how to do the riffle shuffle, you should probably do it. You should probably know. So here's another way you could do this. So you could have the riffle shuffle, and you could go ahead and give it a riffle, and then you can turn the deck, the bottom of the deck towards you face up. Here's the exposed view. And then while pushing the deck together, you could use your fingers here to move the top card up slightly and see the 3 of spades while pushing these together. So it might actually look like this. So let's say we shuffle these. And just like that, I saw that we had the King of Hearts. And finally, the spectator could even do this. But you can say, go ahead and just riffle the cards together. And you could show them. Just go ahead and riffle them and then just leave them like that. And then they could do that. you could take the cards, lift them face up, and then you could even bring up a few cards and then slightly lift up that top card, and you can remember it. And finally, the last thing you could do is you could do the call. Now, the call is more advanced, but I do have a tutorial on it, so I will leave it down below for you. But really quick, it might look like this. So they shuffle the deck, and you can say, so as you can see, all of the cards are different, and you really shuffle these, so you know for yourself that these are all different. And just like that, I got the Queen of Spades to the top. So, long story short, you need to know the top card of the deck, and now you're all set. So, if you're worried the spectator is going to mess up the effect, you don't have to turn around. But I think it does enhance the overall effect. But once again, you don't have to. But you're going to spread out the deck, and you're going to have the spectator go ahead and take a card out. Now, something that might happen, now, it probably won't happen most of the time. It's very uncommon, I'm going to say, that it would happen. But they could take the top card, and if they do, you already know what it is. So you can reveal the card any way you want, so you're not going to do the effect. But something you could do, if you think the spectator might take the top card, if you have a marked deck, you could go ahead and read the marking of the second card, and then you could do the effect that way. So they could take the top card, remember it. You read the marking of the second card, the King of Spades. Remember that, and then carry on with the effect. I hope that made sense. But let's just say they take this card out. They can square up the rest of the deck, and they're going to look at this card and remember it. Let's say the 5 of clubs. They're going to place it face down, and now with the rest of the deck, they're just going to cut it, I would say about half, but really doesn't matter. Turn it face up and leave it to the side. Now they can take their card, turn it face up, and put it on top of the face up half, and then they can riffle shuffle. So you're gonna want to make sure they know how to riffle shuffle. Now, if they don't know how to riffle shuffle, you could do it. You would just need to do it with your eyes closed. Another thing you could probably do is a Pharaoh shuffle. I'm not too sure if that would actually work or not. But if you don't know how to do the Pharaoh shuffle, I will leave it down below in the description. I guess we could try that really quick after the tutorial here. Well, let's say they shuffle it, and now all you have to do is cut the deck, and now you're all set. So you're going to want to remember your key card, the King of Spades. The spectator remembers the 5 of clubs. So now you can reveal this any way you would like, but all you're going to do is look for your King of Spades, or your Queen of Spades, my bad. So the key card is the Queen, and the first face up card underneath the Queen is their card. So here's the Queen face up, because this was on top of the deck. The first face up card underneath the Queen is the 5. And that is really the effect. So you can reveal this any way you would like. But here's what I did in the performance really quick. So I had the 5 and I had 2 more cards. It doesn't matter what they are. And all I did was a magician's choice. So I put the card in a spot where I could remember it easily. I'm going to leave it face up. Obviously, it would be face down. And you're going to have them touch any 2 cards. Or you can say touch a card, it doesn't matter. If they touch a card, let's say the middle card, well, that's theirs, and you can reveal it any way you would like. If they touch the 2 outside card, get rid of those, and now you can reveal the 5. If they touch the 5, and let's say this card, get rid of that card. And if they touch these 2, you can get rid of that card. and then they can lift up a hand. They lift up this hand, get rid of it, and you can reveal the 5. They lift up this hand, get rid of this other card, and you can reveal this one. So really, either way, just by saying touch a card and lifting up a hand, you're just getting rid of all the cards except theirs. And that really is the effect. So it's not too hard of an effect. So really quick, I'm going to see, I should have checked this beforehand, but I'm going to see if you can do this with the Pharaoh Shuffle. I'm guessing you can. So let's just say our key card in this case is the Ace of Diamonds, or the 4 of Hearts. Where was the Ace? It was somewhere in here. Okay, Ace of Diamonds is right there. That's fine. Thought it was on top. But let's do the 4 of Hearts. You're going to do the trick as before. Let's say they choose that card. They cut this. They put the 7 of Hearts. And now you can actually Pharaoh these. So let's say we go ahead and we'll give these a Pharaoh just like this. And now when we cut the deck, we look for the 4 of Hearts, you're going to see the first face-up card underneath it is their selection. So it does work with a Pharaoh. And 2 more things really quick before the end of the tutorial. Let's say they cut your key card to the top of the deck. What do? Well, the second card underneath it, so the first face-up card is going to be theirs. Okay, so if your key card is on top, the second card is theirs. Nothing to worry about there. What if your key card is on the bottom of the deck? So there's the 4 of Hearts. What if it's on the bottom? Well, that means their selection is going to be on top of the deck. And then you can reveal that any way you would like. So, that is the trick for today. I hope you really enjoyed this. If you are new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you next time with another video. Bye.